everybody, Terrence Popp here with another episode, live from the Lair. And this particular episode has been a long time coming. I have received many requests to start throwing some in Emma Watson's face, and it's about time it happened. Now, for those of you who don't know who Emma Watson is, she is the female star from Harry Potter. I don't remember her character's name. I really don't care. My kids love that show. I watched it, and I thought it was okay, but it is what it is. But, she is, for all intents and purposes, 30 now. Holy shit. She got the role at the age of 9 in 1999, 2000. And, that movie blew up and it was off to the races for her. All right, so apparently a while back she gave some speech, the he for she bullshit that I watched, and I was pretty aggravated because she's basically, in her speech, I think she gave it at the UN. I don't remember who it was for. I just saw it on YouTube. She's asking, for men's help to help women achieve equality.
But what if our experience of university shows us that women don't belong in leadership? What if it shows us that, yes, women can study, but they shouldn't lead a seminar?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Let me get this straight. Okay, so men and women are the same, and any differences are a social construct. Okay, and men and women are equal. All right, so here's an exercise in equality for you, woman. You want equality, then go and take it. And shut up and stop begging for help. When? God damn, it's bullshit. All right, now I got to ask a few questions. When she did this whole he for she thing, who the hell is she to give advice or be a role model to anyone? Because historically, actors deal in lies and pretend as a trade. So when you're talking to an actor, you don't know what you're getting. You don't know if they're acting, pretending, lying, or they're being honest and forthright. You can't tell. All right, so why on earth would you look to somebody like that to give you life advice or be a mentor or role model or any of that shit? I don't get it. But hey, what do I know? I'm just an old infantry grunt, okay. All right, now historically, if you look at child stars when they become adults, not all of them, but most of them are shitty human beings. I don't know if they socialize properly or if there's certain, gates and things they have to go through as children to reach the pinnacle of being a decent human being and a constructive person of the civilization. I don't know what it is, but, a lot of them, they're great child stars. Then they become adults, they hooked on dope, they become sexual predators, or they play the victim card to no end, and they're just worthless pieces of shit that just have a lot of money because they earned the money when they were children. Instant icon, as a rule, equals instant asshole.
You are not the daughter of a god. And you're not a superhero. You don't have an iron suit. You're 120 pounds soaking wet. You're not some Mary Sue in a film. You want to kick my ass? I'm right here. Kick my ass.
You don't have any guts?
No. I
do have a couple of grenades, though.
Wait, what?
Always been a rebel.
Are those for real?
What the hell would I be walking around with fake grenades for?
Miss Cortez, do you believe in destiny?
Okay, now these are her words when they talked to her. I think she did, this is an interview about a year ago. She came up with the words, she doesn't like the word single, and she wants to use the word self-partnered. Well, where else have we heard that before? Let me think. Oh, that's right. It reminds me of self-marriage. All right, now dudes, for the most part, are pretty much cool doing their own thing. I don't know why that is, but most of the dudes I know, they can take it or leave it. They do their own thing. Sure, it's nice to have, a bunch of friends around and shit like that, but if they're not, you just do other stuff. So I really don't know what's going on in the brain pan of this woman to use the self-partnering thing. I'm going to talk about this more in the second board, but we'll leave it for right now. All right, now another thing she just said in another article that somebody sent me a couple days ago, she says relationships are impossible. Okay, well, let's look at some factors, of why they're impossible and she's giving up. Could it have anything to do with the fact that she's on video, basically performing sex acts and sex? Well, typically, if you are on video doing that kind of thing, there's a word for that. What is it? Oh, porn. Now, I don't know if she was specifically paid for that or what have you. I talked to my producer about it, and he said it might be a deep fake. I did a Google search, a Bing search, used the Brave browser. I looked for any thing I could find that's saying that it was not her and it was a deep fake. I couldn't find it. So I'm going to have to go with, hey, that really happened, and vada voom, vada ving. You can go see the chick from Harry Potter doing stuff. Just saying. All right, now typically, as a rule, if you're with a woman and she's involved in the sex industry in any way, shape, or form, past, present, future, what have you, they're temporary or practice. So with that, mindset, is it any surprise to her that there aren't a lot of guys stepping up to, take the game ball home? Just saying. Her time in Hollywood and all of the other bullshit. I would venture to guess that her stacking platform has probably attained suborbital status. You need to have some serious air brakes and parachutes to even survive that fall. All right. Now, are we shocked here that there's a shortage of dudes willing to sign up for that on a permanent basis? If you start dating her, the dude's name is going to wind up in the papers. His buddy's going to, hey, let's go check her out on Pornhub. Boom. You're looking at that going, oh, God. It's a disqualifier. I'm sorry, but it is. So what is her answer to all of this? She's given up on relationship and she's going into kink. Okay. Because, that's going to take her down to the road of happiness and have, long, sustaining, fulfilling relationships. But hey, they're good at communicating. I read that article. But, whatever. So basically, she's going full Gwyneth Paltrow, and what's next for her? She's going to sell a candle that smells like her vagina? Come on. This is just going nowhere good. We're going to move over to the second board. All right, board number 2. Take 2. First one f***ed up. All right. Second board here. If you see up here, I got the ages 18 to 44-ish. Women enjoy their first fertility window between the ages of 18 and 28. There is no goalie in the net. Both defensemen are pulling majors in the penalty box, and it's a 5-on-3 game. Anyone can slip one by the goalie, just that easy. Now, I talk about these fertility windows in middle-age mileage 1, middle-age mileage 2, challenge accepted, and fun with numbers. Okay, now this Emma Watson falls just to the right of the end of her first fertility window, which I believe she's 29, 30 years old. Might as well put her at 30, whatever. What does this mean for her? Well, she's now in fertility window number 2, which goes roughly to 38. And once you get north of 28, your eggs are drying up relatively quickly, where most women can't have children beyond the age of 36. And they usually stop, you're pretty much done at 38. The third fertility window takes place after 38, and it is almost always medically assisted. So it is what it is. Now, right here at 38, it starts about 36 to 38. A lot of these women like to freeze their eggs, and they think that's going to save them. And granted, it might buy some time for the eggs, but they forget the tobacco purse that they're carrying down there is getting oldie, moldy, and dusty, and it's probably not going to work right. Now, it's just that's just Mother Nature. That's not me. I'm just calling out the facts. All right, now, one of the things I've seen over and over again with women, especially, since, you can see this play out over and over again in the women's lives since 1960, is while they're young and they have a lot of value, feminism loves having these women as spokesmen, but as they get older and they lose their value, feminism, is going to use them up, cast them aside, like they don't even care about that, which they don't. They really don't. Now, Mrs. Watson, she's got her money to last her probably 4 or 5 lifetimes. Even if she gets divorced twice or what have you, she's never going to be out of cash. She's enjoyed a high level of success starting at the age of 9 years old. So with all of this, what has it done for? It's done nothing for her. Okay, this is really a horrible example, for her in regards to this fact that she has all this going for her. She's fairly attractive, and she's given up on relationships, and it's a done deal for the most part. Maybe somebody will care. She'll throw a Hail Mary and somebody will catch the pass, and then make it into the end zone, only to get divorced 5 to 7 years later. Just saying. Now, and these are her own words here, that she's experiencing a high amount of anxiety, as she approached 80 or 30. Why is that? Why is she having all this anxiety? Okay, so that was a Freudian slip here, 30 is not the new 20, it's more like the 80, but that's just a joke. All right, now she says, in her interview, that there's a lot of subliminal messages that, by this, time in a woman's life, they should be married, be in a stable relationship, and, be in a good place in their lives. Maybe it's not subliminal suggestions. Maybe it has something to do with a biological clock, which causes baby rabies right around 28 to 33. It's like clockwork for a lot of these women when, they don't have kids. They get north of 25. They start feeling the gong going crazy. By the time they're 28, they just want to have a kid or two. It's programming. It's just the way it is. And it's causing a high amount of anxiety. And I hear this all the time, women look younger, and, 30 is the new 20 and 40 is the new 30. No, it's not. You might look good on the outside, but 30 is 30. It's not 20. You're drying up so fast. It sounds like Rice Krispies and milk to me. I'm just saying. Dan, it's biology, it's not me. Things are going south for her, and I just don't see a good outcome. There's a lot of women out there that are going through this craziness, and I don't see a good outcome. It's going to end tragically, and I believe. I could be wrong, but what do I know? 20 years from now, she's going to be 50, selling candles that smell like her vagina or incense that smells like her armpits. I don't even know, but that is not a good place to be. I'm just saying. Obviously, she's a talented actress. She'll probably enjoy a significant amount of fame moving forward in her life. But at the end of the day, that is a career. There's a lot of women out there who have reached the age of 50, 60 years old who look back and regret the out of not having children, getting married, and building a stable platform for their older years. Okay, because guess what? 40 to 80 is a long, long time. And a lot of these women, they made their bed. They should probably sleep in it. Well, gentlemen, that's me. Hopefully this takes hold in the video card, and see you later.